Hello everybody, welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, we're going to do deck number 385 with Mirri the Cat Warrior. Now, a little quick story. This is probably going to be a pretty quick deck today. I've had Mirri Cat Warrior, I don't know, I probably got a dozen of these things, but I just bought this one the other day from Collector's Connection in Dyersburg, Tennessee, and I was just going through a random box, and I found this one, and I was like, wow, this is an Anthologies version. I don't have an Anthologies version. It's not that I'm a real completist on everything, because it's just not possible anymore. But y'all know how much I love the white border. I was like, this is a really clean looking white border card. I really like. And so I picked it up, got home, and was looking through and putting away what I had bought, and lo and behold, I come across Mirri, and I got inspired. So welcome to Mirri Cat Warrior Mono Green White Border. And the very first thing I thought of was, well, she's got Forest Walk. So let's go through just white border. Now, white border cards are from Unlimited, revised 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th edition. Now, there were, like anthologies here, there were some weird white border reprints. There was like some Beatdown, some anthologies, some old stuff that was white border that there's not a lot of cards of, but you just don't normally think of when you think of white border cards. So here we go. Forest Walk. From way back, the Dryads, I was like, yeah. And then while we're there, we got the other Dryad, the Cat Warrior that first showed up in Legends. We've got the Unseen Walker, which is really cool because it can pass out Forest Walk. Oh, preface, this is not an incredibly strong deck, folks. It's not. Our win condition is turning dudes sideways. And these are not even impressive dudes. And then, of course, we have the Zodiac Monkey. Right? And I was like, well, that's not a whole lot of Forest Walkers. So Green's got this weird thing that I like to call Super Trample. My oldest son, he made a Super Trample deck years ago. It was a 60 card, so he could have 4 of. And I don't know if that's what everybody calls it, or if we just named it that, but it can deal damage like it wasn't blocked. Like, it doesn't care if it's going to die; it's still going to deal damage to the player. I mean, there's some flavor in that, and they've made kind of a cycle of it, if you will. There's the Pride of Lions, and then we step up to the Rocks, which regenerates, and then the Thorn Elemental. That's right, Arcade Post. So I guess since I'm showing a 7-mana creature, I think that's like the top of the curve in the entire deck. Let's show you our version of Ramp. Now, we have the Wood Elves, the Nature's Lore, and that's it for the land search. Yeah, there's Rampant Growth was an option, and there was a few other options, but I took them out in favor of like Wild Growth and Overgrowth and Fertile Ground. Y'all see why in a minute. But our other ramp, Llanowar Elves, Vine Trellis, Finhorn Elder, instill energy to go on any one of those because they'll just produce double mana. So that's neat. Vernal Bloom. Now, it does make all forests, not just yours. So, I mean, green's a very popular color for the ramp. So we're going to help out somebody else, but, maybe that'll be enough to keep us alive a little longer. And then Elvish Piper is kind of quasi-ramp. I mean, if you pay 4 mana for it and untap with it, they wanted you to have it. It's a 1/1. It should die. And then my card draw, you're looking at it. When we're talking white border only, that's a very, very small card pool. Let's see here. What do we got? Let's go with the rest of the creatures. Elvish Archers. Pretty good 2-drop. I think the alpha version was misprinted as a 1/2, but really, really good. By the way, this was a rare, folks. Whirling Dervish, Pro Black, and it just gets bigger. A lot of times you get this out on turn 2, and you can actually, get in there with it. It's also good if you can, like, strap a equipment to it that makes it a plinker. But we've got the Elven Riders. I have to have the Force of Nature. I mean, yeah, that's a hefty upkeep cost, but it's an 8/8 trample for 6. And it's the classic art here. Dirk Cowworm's another Anthologies card, and I didn't realize, I don't know that I've ever put this card in an EDH deck or not, but wow, this thing can get nuts bonkers. The Rajan Spirit's going to act as air traffic control. Island Walk on the Boa. Scrib Sprites, yeah. We started off the game in Alpha, Beta Unlimited Revised, well, all the way up to 5th edition. This is 5th edition version. With a 1/1 green flyer for 1. But yet they wouldn't replant Flying Men for years. Killer Bees, not so bad in a mono green deck. Femur of Archers going to shoot down Angels. Well, in our format, Angels have 5 toughness, but I guess Angel tokens, whatever. Lugoif, a lot of things are going to die. Did I mention a lot of things are going to die? We have Ancient Silverback. Ancient Silverback used to be amazing back in Urza Block. Oh, man. Gaz Liege. Turn on some of that Forest Walk, right? See? Emperor Crocodile. Here again. Emperor Crocodile was decent. It's a common now. Morrow. Not that we're, like, banking on drawing a whole bunch of cards here, but, there are times, incidentally, like, last night, Donnie was playing a kind of a wheel deck. Hey, you always had like 7 cards, so that's not bad for 4 mana. Now, we got Rabid Wombat. And Rabid Wombat, I run across Rabid Wombat, and honestly, that wasn't the first card that turned me on to the enchantments. It was the Enchantress. And I was like, I wonder if I can get enough green enchantments for it to matter. I did not have a Blanchwood Armor in white border anyway. And then we run across the Enchantress there. So that was 3 creatures that kind of dealt with enchantments. So let's look at the enchantments that we've got. Now, we have... Yes, I know Regeneration is kind of underwhelming, but there are a lot of cards out there that say cannot regenerate. But you know what? They haven't printed those in a while, so there aren't any more new ones. So the more and more cards you see, Regeneration's kind of getting left by the wayside. But anyway, it's not bad. Familiar Ground. Can't be blocked by more than 1 dude. Lure. Lure was almost enough to make me play with that Crawl Giant, the one that has Lure, almost. Just with the Rampage ability. Aspect of the Wolf is half of Blanchwood Armor, literally. Of course, we have Web, Treetop Bracers. Now, so obviously, we're going to mound up as, on Mirri and try to, or the Rabid Wombat, if we have it, and to get through with some commander damage. Venom. Titania's Song is the March of the Machines for green. It was the very first one. This came from Antiquities originally. And, if you're sitting across from the Voltron player, it turns off equipment. The equipment turns into creatures and therefore pop off of the creature they are equipping. We have Life Force because I needed something. Yeah. And then Primal Order. Obviously, we're playing all basic forest. And might I add, beautiful white border basic forest. And then if everything goes downhill and we are just out enchantmented, which can totally happen, we've got the Tranquil Grove to, hit that reset button. Let's look at some removal that we've got. Wing Snare. Flying is very popular. I mean, I've never had a Wing Snare in my hand. Now, granted, Plummet is better, but we don't have Plummet in white border. Hurricane, because sometimes, you know, you got to kill all the flyers or all the players, or, you know, you got to die trying. I don't know. Naturalize. Sorry, Dana Roach. Naturalize is what we got in my border. Crumble. Creeping Mold. Pretty versatile. Pretty good. You know, 3 different targets, but, you know, it's better than that. I love those cards that have just 3-word text box. They actually do a thing where they center it, because if you'll notice, they left justify almost everything, and you know, you add flavor text, but there's something kind of magical about the 3-word text box. You know, Murder's got it: destroy target creature. The original Armageddon had it with bury all lands, and Wrath of God, and it's one of those things that they just kind of they take pride in, is those 3-word text box, because it's so beautifully simple. Now, what we have left is tricks. Is that what we're going to call, or just other stuff? I've got a reclaim to get back to whatever it is we need to get back. A stampede, because Overrun does not exist in White Border. I don't think, unless it's part of one of the anthologies things that I just don't have. I know it's not in a core set, but still, it gives the trample and the +1. So, Might of Oaks, the big, the super giant growth. Now, Plow Under is it's a feel bad card. It really is, because not only are you robbing them of 2 lands, you're pretty much robbing them of 2 draws as well. So, yeah. Natural Affinity is in here. Yeah, I don't have anything that, like, you know, pumps the team that much or whatever, but the reason why I have Natural Affinity is for board wipes, to be honest with you. If we are in a pretty good position, and I've done it before, and somebody cast a Wrath of God type effect, I will at instance, you sure you want to do that? Okay. And I'll cast Natural Affinity. Because let's face it, it's going to hurt everybody else way worse than it hurts me. And this card right here is almost enough where I almost put in a dingus egg. But it's like, no, I think that's a little too much. But our last card is a card most people don't think of. It's green direct damage. I know last night this would have been amazing, because like I said, he was playing the was it Scorpion God? I think it was Scorpion God, because I ended up stealing it. He had out a Teferi's Puzzle Box and a Consecrated Sphinx, and that equals tons of cards. So, yeah. Anyway, that is what I have got for today. I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. This is just a random theme. It's been a while since I've done, I don't know, something intentionally weird. Sometimes they start normal and end up weird. I don't know. But I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, I think we got to shuffle and cut.